Hello guys, I'm going to show you how I do all of the Mirage instant window smokes. Yeah, these are really good to get fast mid control. Yeah, I've seen some other guides and I think they're like overcomplicating it. What I have done is like put all the spawns in a document that I'm going to link in the description, which will make it a lot easier for you guys to learn the lineups. So let's just get right into it. As you can see here, document is right here. And let's just get right into it with spawn 1. What we do is just get into a practice server. If you don't know how to make a practice server where you can throw unlimited nades and practice by yourself, you can check out my other video on how to set up a practice server. As soon as you have done this, you can just go into the console and you put this position in. This is the exact position that you're going to spawn. So what you have to remember, guys, is 2 things. You have to remember where you spawn. So you need to remember this location where you spawn, because there's 12 different locations you can spawn where you can do the instant window smoke. And it's obviously different positions, so it's a different lineup for each one. As soon as you get the hang of it, it's really not that difficult. This spawn, normally I just line it up with the wall. I just like look at the wall and I know the exact position. So this spawn, I always just look at this. I'm in front of this thing, so I know it's the lineup where I have to look here. What I look at in this spawn is this little dot right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very easy to see when you're in game. So what I do is aim at this little dot, and what you have to do when you throw it, you have to hold shift and then you have to hold mouse 1. You are in freeze time. Remember, you're in freeze time, so you cannot throw the smoke until the freeze time is over. So what you do is take out your smoke, you hold shift and mouse 1, then you aim at where you have to, and then you press your jump bind, your jump throw, and W at the same time, like this. And this will smoke instantly window, like this. That's 12 different spawns you can do this from. And yeah, you can just rewatch the video or go back if you need to watch the lineup again. What I do now is just, I go into this document and I just take the second spawn. And I just step into the game. I do this. On second spawn, what you have to do is just remember where you spawn. I look at this one to see where I spawn always. And then I know I have to aim right here. I see this, it's a bit bigger, this one. And then I go 2 to the right here. And remember, guys, on all of the spawns, except for 2 or 3, you have to do, you hold shift, mouse 1, and then press W and jump bind at the same time. So that is what you do. And it takes some time, guys, but if you use like half an hour on a practice server, trust me, you will remember it like for the rest of the time you play CS. I just take the third spawn now. I put it in the console here. That spawn right here. This one is one of those with a different movement before you throw. And what I do here, first of all, I look at this arrow to know that this is the spawn. Then what I do is I crouch and then I aim in the middle of this. You see this iron thing, and it has like these 2 dots on each side. I crouch, I aim at this, and then when the freeze time is out, I press W until my crosshair is here, out of this white, okay? So I press W and then jump through as soon as my crosshair gets out of the white. And this will smoke instant window. So now I'm just going to take the next spawn, spawn 4, setpos, this one, and this one is one of the difficult ones, guys. What you have to do is you look, first of all, I'm looking at this, to see that I'm spawning here. And then I look at this dot. That's like a dot right here. And my crosshair will be here on the left side until it hits the door, okay? So there's a dot here. You go down to the door and a little bit left, so it's the left side of the dot. Then I crouch, and then I press W until my crosshair is right here, okay? So I aim left side on the door, crouch, press W, and jump through as soon as I hit this dot. Then I will just take the next spawn. Now guys, I'm trying to go through the spawns a bit faster. You can always just rewatch it. This spawn, I just look at these stones. It's in front of these stones. And what I look at here is this dot and this like line right here. And then there's another dot right here. So I take this dot, I go to the left until I'm in between these two. The line and the dot, I'm in between, and I go down until I'm in front of this line. Okay, so it's right here. And guys, remember, you have to practice this in-game because some of these dots and lines can be very difficult to see on YouTube. But once you're in game, it will be very clear for you. This was one of the standard ones. So all you have to do is hold Shift, mouse 1, and press W, and your jump throw at the same time. Let's go to the next spawn. The next spawn is spawn 6. This spawn, I just look, it's in front of these trash bags. And what I have to look at here is on the left of these and then a little bit up, okay? At the left of this and a little bit up. This one is very like giving, so it doesn't matter really where you aim, it should land anyway. And it's one of the default ones, so you just do W, mouse 1, or sorry, you hold Shift and mouse 1, and then you press W and jump bind at the same time. Yeah. Yes, and then we will go to the next spawn. Here. This one, guys, is one of the ones that you have to the way I line this up is with my view model, and I line it up like this. If you look at my smoke grenade down here, I use this pin thing, this little gap I have here. I try to make it like close to this one, but it has to like have some orange in between. So I hold it like this. Sorry. Yeah, like this. And I just do the default throw with Shift, mouse 1 and W and jump at the same time. You can also look at this. Some people just use their crosshair. They say the right iron line from this what's it called, chair, and then they just go down until they hit this one, the dark part of the wall, and this should also line it up. And you just hold Shift, mouse 1, W and jump throw. Yes. I usually use my view model, but as you can see, you can also just use your crosshair if you don't like it. I just think the view model on that one is easier to use. Let's go to the next spawn. The next spawn is pretty easy. You look at these two. Yeah, it's pretty much just these two, and you go in between them. It's always also one of them. It's also one of the spawns that is very forgiving. So you just aim in between these two. You hold Shift, mouse 1, and then W, jump throw at the same time. Again. Like this. Guys, I think we have one spawn left, and then I'm going to show you some of the ones that are a little bit difficult. This one, I just I'm in front of these cables right here, and then I aim at this corner and then a little bit up. You can also aim at the corner or a little bit up, it doesn't really matter. This is one of the best ones actually. This one is very hard for the CTs to molo window. And yeah, because it's so fast. It's so fast. So yes, that is it. Now I'm going to show you the last respawn. This one, the reason why these are a bit more difficult and they are landing later is because you are standing closer to the wall. As you can see, you're standing like close to this line. This one is just, it's also in front of the trash bags. That's the way I see I have this one. But I can also see that they are a lot closer than the other one I'm standing here. So the way you're doing this one is by crouching and then looking at this line. There's like a small line right here. Again, it's important you practice this in-game because it can be very difficult to see on YouTube. You crouch, you aim in the middle of this, and then you hold mouse 1 and press W jump throw at the same time. These are one of the smokes that is landing a bit later, and they also have they can have a tiny gap right here that the CTs can use. Normally the CTs doesn't use this because they just think it's a default one-way smoke. But the reason why it doesn't matter that much is because when you are double insta smoking window, which you're doing a lot of the times, one of the smokes is going to get mullered and the second one is going to land good. So it's just important if you're throwing one of the one-way smokes, one of the insta smokes from this line, the second one has to be one of the good spawns. Okay? So now that you know this one, we go to the next. This is also one of the lines here, and it's in front of the arrow. You crouch, and then you look at this thing that's like this, I don't know what's it called, this pattern on this, like, I don't know. You just aim here, I look at this dot, and I just aim top left corner of it, and then I crouch, and then I hold my mouse 1, and I press W, jump throw at the same time. Like this. And now we go next. Sorry, it was just an alarm. And then we have this one, it's also on the line, it's in front of this again, but a lot closer. This one is also the default one, so you have to hold Shift, mouse 1, and press W and jump through at the same time. Like this. And guys, that was actually all of them. I hope this helped a lot. I'm just going to share some tips that is like very general for these smokes. What I usually recommend is an eco round where you like have small buy. When you buy deagle and a smoke and lower small armor or something like that, it's a very good thing to do insta smoke if you have it, because it will deny the CTs a lot of information just by using one smoke, and you are most likely doing contact A or B, and it's going to delay their rotation a lot. Also, by doing this, you are making sure that they have to mullo like pretty much all of the rounds. And when you're doing insta smokes on buy rounds, it's very important that you're doing 2 insta smokes, because if you're doing only one and they mullo, the smoke is going to give the CTs a one-way smoke, which they are going to use. So on buy rounds, I would recommend to do double insta smoke or top mid smoke. And if you are in very low elo, you can most likely just do the insta smoke every single round, and they are not going to mullo window anyway. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. I'm going to link the document in the description, so you can use these things and put into your console. This way it will make it a lot easier. And just learn one spawn at a time, and you will get them you will memorize them very easily when you like use 20 minutes or 30 minutes at remembering it. It will be very easy for you guys. So thank you for watching. See ya. Hey.